Calling out all my nerds, freaks, and geeks. It's mob time.
Don't tune in cause it's showtime. Go ahead and call the gang up for the one time. Rap, food, rhyme, got them on the line. And my life's still great, I'm doing just fine. Hands up.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Blurred Mob, your hub for all things black and nerdy. I'm your host, Phoop, joined by my two co-hosts, Ryun and Antoine. And we are here today to give you a jam-packed anime recap episode. For those who follow us, know that we took a pretty lengthy hiatus from March 2025 to the end of July 2025. And there's been so much stuff going on between anime, movies, TVs, games, that we wanted to give you guys these beautiful episodes where we just spew all of our thoughts on everything that's came out, everything that's ongoing, and what we're looking forward to in terms of anime. So just to rewind it, we're going to start with anime that's been completed. So if you tuned in to our spring 2025 recommendations video, me, Ryun, and Antoine, as well as King was there. We all had a list of anime that we were planning to watch for that season. So we're going to start with those. Anime include Devil May Cry Season 1 on Netflix, My Hero Academia Vigilantes Season 1, Windbreaker Season 2, Fire Force Season 3, Shangri-LaFrontier Season 2. I think it was Part 2, though. Was that Part 2 that was spring?
It was split into two parts, but I think you and I didn't really start Part 1 until Part 2 was releasing.
That's what I was thinking. And then we had Blue Exorcist, Beyond the Snow Saga, and the Blue Knight Saga. So going with those, how did you guys feel about the anime from the spring 2025 season?
I'm gonna say this: two of them I didn't watch. I didn't watch Devil May Cry. I didn't watch My Hero Academia. I didn't hear much about them, so I'm eager to see if y'all enjoyed those two. Windbreaker Season 2, I feel like anybody who dropped it, talking to you, Food, because say the story wasn't hidden and it was just action. The story really picked up in Season 2. They got a lot of
that. I heard
there was a lot of character development.
I heard Windbreaker Season 2 kicked up because you told me, and then I saw some chatter on social media about it. So I think I'll spin the block on Windbreaker.
Yeah, like the action was still there. Don't get me wrong, like the good action scenes and all that. In fact, that's exactly how the season started, if I remember correctly. But they go into really deep character development. When I was over there at y'all's old house helping y'all pack, remember the character who had the long hair and everything that we was talking about? He really got a lot of good character development, and it was pretty lovely. Y'all didn't look like y'all remember, so I was gonna keep going.
You said dude with the long hair, and my mom went black, and my shit went beep boop boop beep boop.
I know. So shout out to Windbreaker. I feel like that was a sleeper hit last season. Fire Force Season 3, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can tell we in the final scenes with everything.
I also enjoyed it.
I'm gonna have to start Fire Force over. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments if it's just me. If it's just me, type Phoop, you tripping. But I felt like at a certain point, Fire Force Season 3 started feeling slow to me, progression-wise. But it also could have been the fact that it's been so long since I've watched Fire Force Season 1 and Season 2 that hopping into Season 3 and trying to understand what's going on with like these doppelgangers and all of the what's the white coat people? I forgot what that whole group is called.
The Evangelists, right?
It's the Evangelists.
They support the Evangelists. They're the white clad who support
the white clad.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. I said white cloaks, white clad.
Close enough.
But like trying to come in 2025 and trying to understand or trying to remember all of that stuff, it wasn't clicking in here, and because I wasn't fully understanding, I started like losing interest in Fire Force. So I think I'm going to have to start over from Season 1, or at least watch some anime recap on YouTube or some shit and hop back in to Season 3, because it kind of felt slow to me.
I will say they were explaining a lot of the lore in that season, which I had appreciated because I was fresh. I had just watched season 2 before I started watching season 3 because I couldn't remember anything. Like you said, I couldn't remember nothing, and so it was good to me because I was fresh out of season 2, so it felt like a nice progression. And I
Yeah.
also love when anime or any show explains their lore.
That's probably what I should have did, but man, between master's degree, packing and moving, I
And
wasn't
they
gonna have no
talking about
time.
doppelgangers and
They talking
stuff, and
about doppelgangers
Yeah.
and white clad and did he see religion or did he not see it? It
Yeah.
was it was a
Captain
lot
Burns
going
and
on.
everybody start getting
Right.
more in depth. I will say this. I did prep myself for it because I think it was like, what, 5-year difference? Like Fire Force Season 2 was like 2020 or 2021. And this was
What?
2025 for Season 3.
I know there was a gap because I watched
Yeah,
Fire Force a long time ago. I got caught up to Fire Force a long time ago.
exactly. So it has been a long time. I think I went and rewatched Season 1 and 2. And I will say the progression was great because like Season 1 introduced to the Fire Force, the characters, what's going on, who we are. Season 2, that's when the big bad villains, the white class, start coming more in depth. Season 3 is when you start getting answers. And now we're really starting to see the villains come out, really see what they were planning all along. So it could seem as if it's like, oh, we just jumping into it. It's like you're really getting the answers you've been wanting since Season 1 in this season.
That's fair. I'm going to have to just go back and do some type of recap. Maybe just rewatch Season 1 and Season 2 and then hop back into Season 3. But I felt highly confused and then I got confused and then I was like, I don't want to keep continuing and I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
And then making it a part 1 and part 2 don't make it no better because once you finish part 1, it doesn't feel like a complete story for you.
Shit, I might just wait and binge watch everything before we get to, what was it, April 2026 they said? That second part is supposed to drop?
Is it a full year? Because this came out April 2025. Is it a full year part?
Maybe it's not April 2026, but I know it's 2026 is when the second part is supposed to come out.
I almost want to say January 2026.
Almost. I also want to say January. Hold on. Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. January 2026.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, I would say right by the time the winters come, try to binge watch it, see if you can. If you could binge watch it in like a month or so, try to binge watch it before we get there.
That's what I'm gonna do because I felt very disconnected between the previous events and what was going on right now. As far as the lore is concerned, like everybody, like character wise and like why we here and who's the enemy and who's like the good people, whatever, understood. Yeah. But when they started getting into the lore and all this other shit, I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
And it was like multiple things going on at once because you got that Captain Obi fight. Then you see Hibana and all them in the background doing their research. Then you had that little, some people going to call it filler. It's not technically filler. But Arthur doing his power-up stage. It was a lot going on at once, and I could see how it could feel disconnected. And I don't think you made it to the King Arthur part. Well, Arthur, not King Arthur.
Nah, I don't. I left off when he showed up because you remember he fell off the damn truck.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that was a lit part. Funny enough, like that's when it got real lit in that scene.
So I just gotta go back and refresh myself on Fire Force lore.
And before I start talking smack, I'm gonna go to Blue Exorcist before I jump to Shangri-La. Blue Exorcist was absolutely lovely.
I'm not mad at Blue Exorcist. I think it was the last season where I was like, I don't really care for it too much. But this one, it got my attention again. I was like, okay, I remember why I like this show so much. That was nice.
Yeah. We really got more in depth with like the history of Satan. And no, I'm not a devil worshiper for the super Christians. I'm Christian too. But we really got.
All right. Y'all know how people can be. He said we really got some more detail with Satan. But by the way,
come on, y'all know how people can be. Y'all know how people can be. Y'all know how people can be.
You like that Satan stuff?
We are on this damn podcast talking about anime. Now come on.
Listen, bro. Listen, but Blue Exorcist, it studies the Christian mythos and everything, and I thought that's one thing I love about it. But like we got all that background into the main characters, the origins of their mom, the origins of Satan, and I thought it was beautifully done the way we went back in time and really got to learn more about him.
Again, like I say, I really love when they explain lore. So
yeah. And basically like Fire Force, that's where we got a lot of answers to a lot of things. And then the other season, Beyond the Snow Saga, the way we got a little bit of action and we start to see the main characters because their brothers start to like go at war with one another, and now it's like we're divided, and that's what led to Ryun seeking out answers. I thought it was a great build up, and it made me understand why they split it into 2 seasons. It was lovely. I still want you to watch it, Phoop.
Maybe one day. What the Magic Conch? Maybe one day.
What? Shall I watch Blue Exorcist today?
Maybe
no.
one
Yeah.
day. No.
Because I'm gonna be real. I'll be on my soapbox about this, but Blue Exorcist is one of those animes that if it came out when anime was popping, it would be just as big as some of these other battle shonens that get a lot of love. I really do think so.
I think so too, honestly, because it's good overall. Honestly, I started watching Blue Exorcist a long time ago, so
man, I think I was talking to somebody at work about this. It be so much anime going on, you want to catch up on the previous stuff, and then it's like 6 up anime that's coming out in the next season, and it just be so much. So like, I don't know. I have the time now. We just gotta dedicate the time.
Yeah,
because I still want to catch up on Bleach. Like I maybe watch 5 or 6 episodes of Bleach.
Same. I may have made to like 30 episodes in, and I just keep falling off of it.
Y'all really want to get into filler,
Bleach.
Right?
Look,
I don't know if I made it to any filler. I don't know.
I'm 5 to 6 episodes in, so if the first, how much filler?
Okay, it's not as bad as Boruto. It's not as bad as Boruto. I will say that.
So where the filler start? I'm 5 to 6 episodes in. Where the filler start?
It shouldn't be that many in the beginning, but them older animes, like you already watch Naruto, so it's like going back and watching like a 300 episode anime and being like, okay, bro, what's going on here? Why y'all taking 40 episodes to get into it when Demon Slayer and all them, you see the main character's motivation come in 10-15 minutes. It do take its time.
It's just the difference with the culture between how people used to watch anime back then and how we consume it now.
Yeah.
Like we get it so easy. You can't come out the gate with no 30 episodes of filler. You can't do that 2025.
I'm already dedicated to a long ending, never ending anime. So
we dying with One Piece at this point. and that's our own goal. It ain't completed, but up to this point, Egghead has been amazing so far too. For those who are watching, we just got to the end of Kuma's background with his daughter. What's her name, Antoine?
Bonnie.
With Bonnie. That's been lovely too. Phoop, I know you ain't finna watch One Piece, but if you do, I know you. Great. Exactly. It's good. It's good. And this is where I'm gonna pass the baton because Shangri-LaFrontier, I'm sorry, I see the potential. I see the Shangri-La's good. It was a chore to watch.
The thing that gets me with Shangri-La, because I really enjoyed the first season of Shangri-La, but I think what gets me is when he hops out the game. I can't do it when he hops out the game. And that's exactly where I stopped, where he hopped out of Shangri-La and went to go play this mech stuff. And I get it, because we talked about this when we did the review for the first season, that because he plays all of these different games, it allows him to transfer some of those skills into what's going on in Shangri-La. And I get it. But I'm so immersed in what's going on in the game and what's going on in Shangri-La that when he hops out of it, now the immersion is gone. Now you're losing me.
Mm-hmm. And I felt like, and this is kind of weird, I don't know if y'all felt this way, but like as a Sword Art Online fan, despite how bad they ruined that series at the end of both seasons, I feel like there's no real stakes in Shangri-La. Like, I know this guy's playing a game, so it's like when he's fighting his butt off and going back and forth, it doesn't feel like there's any real stakes or anything to really lose at that point.
Because if he loses, he just gets He's just he revives at his last save point.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
he can just take the helmet off or hop in another game. He gets frustrated and he just goes to hop in another game.
Yeah, we just watching
Yeah.
somebody play a game, and it's
And
not.
I'm a,
It didn't get me. It just didn't get me.
and maybe the new generation don't feel like this, but I know y'all will relate to this. The most boring thing about video games is watching someone else play and you can't play it yourself. I'm sorry, that's never been fun to me. So it's like it doesn't feel like a power fantasy like solo leveling where it's like, okay, we know the character's going to win, but it's kind of cool when they win because it's like life or death is still there. Over here, it's like, yeah, teleport to this room with my armor. Let me go back and play another game. There's nothing wrong going in my life. I'm like, so like, where's the motivation aside from you wanting to be a good gamer? It doesn't feel like there's any stakes going on for me to like be attached to the character or the world at all.
Yeah.
I would agree. And if you've finished season 2 of Shangri-La, leave in the comments, let us know what's up, if it kicks up or whatever. But I think what got me about season 1 is that we were learning about the game.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what really pulled me in, like learning all the different things you can do, the party that he had, and then the fight with whatchamacallit?
Weatherman?
Weatherman?
Like something like that.
That was crazy. So even though, and this might contradict what Ryan is saying, but there's a different level to it. That even though that fight went crazy, let's start there. But the state wasn't, even if they lost, they could like be revived. But the stake is that this was like a special mission that they found. Like this is not something that if they got chucked out the game, they can't just come back and easily find. Like they had to do this shit now. So that's where the stakes and the tension and everything came from. Like, are they going to beat this level? Because if they don't beat this level, they're fucked. That's it.
For sure. And they did a great job at it. The combat, the graphics was good. The voice acting was solid. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, when I went back to the dub, because I was like, what? That's what I was trying to catch up. I was like, oh, even though like anime voice acting has just gotten a lot better. Like it's hard to complain about the series, and I feel bad saying I didn't enjoy season 2 because I'm like, all of the elements that you look for in a good anime are there. It just wasn't hidden.
Yeah, once he hopped out of that game and went into that mech shit, I was like, okay, man. I'm serious. Like, my favorite part of Shangri-LaFrontier is being in Shangri-LaFrontier.
That's the same sentiment people have to SAO.
So as soon as you pull me out of that shit, and we go in, and I get taking off the helmet and go do some day-to-day thing. You need to go out and get you some more energy drinks, which he did. Fine. But to hop out that motherfucker and hop into another game, it's like, okay, man, what's up?
Yeah.
I fell off of that a while ago.
And some of the tropes begin old, like Cyber Zero. Like, I understand anime does a horrible job of love interests in battle shonens and isekais. But I'm like, all right, I'm sick of seeing this girl blush with this big old armor. Hey, get in the field. Get in the field. Send that man a letter or something on Instagram. I
did like that we were getting more into the different factions though. That's one thing another thing that I would give Shangri-LaFrontier is the different factions and the way that we continuously see how different people see fulfillment in the game. Because you meet the library guy, and he's just in there because he just wants to learn everything there is about Shangri-LaFrontier, all the Easter eggs, cheat codes, side missions, secret areas, and things like that. But then you got certain factions. You got the faction that he made with Piscillagon and the other guy where they just want to capture all of the legendary. They want to beat all them beasts, yeah. Yeah, and then you have the other faction who's just out to like unalive players. Like that's their whole gig.
Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like, and I hate doing this as an SAO fan because it may come off as cringe, but I'm like, dang, I almost wish they went the SAO route and said these folks trapped in a game because that would make a lot of that also seem really cool. Because it's hard for me to get upset with people. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, they're player killers, but I'm like, oh, like, what do you lose? You just got killed and lose your pride? Like, okay.
Yeah, or lose your coins, lose your items.
Your Sonic rings bounce out.
Your Mario coins come out.
But did y'all watch Devil May Cry and My Hero Academia Vigilantes?
I want to start with.
Cry.
I want to start with Devil May Cry. That was good because I want to put it like this. I know Netflix has more anime series, but with Devil May Cry might have been my third highly anticipated one for myself personally. Because it was Terminator Zero, Tomb Raider, and then Devil May Cry once they announced that. Terminator was okay. Tomb Raider, couldn't get past the first episode. I might go back to it, but I couldn't get past the first episode. Devil May Cry did it for me. That was good.
I did enjoy that.
That
The
was
animation
good.
wasn't all the way there for me sometimes. At some points throughout it, it's not like an overall thing, but it was just some points, like especially with some of the villains, where the animation just wasn't doing it for me. But
That's
overall,
fair.
the storyline and everything was good. It was a good watch.
That's fair.
Did y'all play the video games and see any connections there?
I ain't played not one.
Okay.
Well, I remember they were saying that this was a younger Dante. So I forgot where it falls in the timeline. It's either somewhere before the games, or somewhere after like the first game.
Okay.
If I remember them correctly. But I enjoyed it. Okay. I really liked it.
It seems like it got some decent reviews on IMDb for the episodes too. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, it was as far as like a Netflix anime series, this was solid.
Okay.
I do agree with Antoine that the animation was solid. Like it went ass. It's about that what we expect by now. Bare minimum of what we expect by now when somebody says they're making an anime, when Netflix and Nickelodeon and some other third party say they making an anime
on Nickelodeon. I am not watching anime on Nickelodeon.
But I'm just saying though, when any other company that you wouldn't expect for them to make an anime, like this is the bare minimum of what we're expecting at this point of 2025.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But but what I agree with Antoine, it was like certain areas y'all really could have kicked this shit up a notch. Like we could have went nuts. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
Is that because of Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling though? Like it looked good, but it's like, man, we seen a dude have a knife away from his eyes this far, and we can see.
But I mean,
it was like those 3D animation types, right? It was like
CGI. It was a lot of CGIs.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I thought maybe not.
Not in Devil May Cry, because I would have said something, because that's what turned me off about Terminator Zero.
Maybe not 3D, but the CGI was bad at some points.
Now there were some parts where I guess if I was to compare this, it's kind of like how Invincible's animation is, where at certain points it was like y'all could have really kicked this shit up a notch. But then we get to a point where they do kick that shit up a notch, and it's like, oh, okay, so y'all put all the animation towards this one area, and it's just fuck the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I don't remember no 3D CGI in Devil May Cry, because I would have remembered that, because I don't like that shit. That's what turned me off about Terminator Zero. I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
I've been turned off by that ever since.
It was one moment in Terminator Zero where they did the 3D thing, the 3D CGI, and that was when they had zoomed in on one of them Terminator faces, and I said, this code is fuck. And then they kept doing it, and I was like, I don't like this no more.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited. I'm excited for season 2. I really like.
I am too, and I think it'll get better over time, honestly. So
yeah, but moving on to My Hero Vigilantes. I didn't finish that shit either, but it was.
Dang, 3 breaths, 3 puffs, and 2 puffs.
I'm finding it.
I'm finding it.
Shut up, Justice. I'm like,
I I want to finish it. I guess I want to finish it before I give a full opinion. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to say. But I feel like it has potential, but also it feels very. I guess it felt these first couple episodes feel slow. Like when I was watching, I was like, I see where this is leading up to and where we're going, but it's just not hitting the mark yet. And I don't know if it's because gotta watch a couple more episodes or if this is just how the series is. But the way to compare my feelings to these first couple episodes is that season of My Hero, where half of the goddamn season was them fighting in that class A versus class B shit.
Yeah, friends fighting friends and all that.
Cause it's like it's certain moments was like, okay, this is cool. I like this. And then we go back to I wouldn't necessarily call it slice of life, but we are following this guy's everyday life. So it's like, okay, well now we're back to doing his everyday life. We're back to seeing it whatever. But I guess that's the essence of them being vigilantes is that they're regular people by day, heroes by night. I get it. I want to go back and watch the rest of the season before I give a full opinion, but I would also say that it just wasn't grabbing me enough to where I felt like I needed to finish this immediately.
So I had one question. Do you feel like part of that is also due to them already making a spinoff for this franchise and the mainline franchise hasn't completed yet? Like, do you feel like your excitement and your ability to attach yourself to it is a little bit lower because we know that the real thing is coming back in a few months?
I don't think it's that. Now I will say I am pushing it back on the back burner, and I am looking forward to the final season of My Hero. So, like at this point, I'm not in a rush to finish the series, but I would say when they first announced it, I was excited to see a different angle of the My Hero universe because we've only been getting this one angle and this one piece of it. And to have a series that is basically which is a prequel series before Deku even gets his powers and gets to UA was like, okay, this is an interesting piece of the My Hero universe that I would like to explore.
Gotcha.
I never watched that, but I did see some of the episodes when Foop was watching it, and none of the characters just grabbed me. It didn't.
And that's
From
fair.
what I was watching, I was like, I just don't have any interest in what y'all got going on for real. So
Right
I
now,
just never even
my
started.
favorite thing about the damn show is the intro.
I mean, anime intro's been going hard lately.
But it's very rare for a My Hero
That's
intro
true.
to snatch me up. Because My Hero, after that first and that second one, garbage.
Yeah, they don't be having no good intros for real.
I do not like the My Hero intros. I don't know what they be cooking in there, but it don't be smelling good. I don't like it.
She said they burn in water.
I don't like them. I don't like the My Hero intros. My favorite anime intros is Fairy Tail, hands down. Fairy Tail had bops.
That Grand Magic Games arc intro, Fairy Tail.
Even before then,
yeah,
Fairy Tail got bops.
I'll give you that.
But if you've watched My Hero Academia Vigilantes, let me know how you feel about it. Cause I was excited to watch it. I was tuning in, but after continuously watching, I was like, I don't really feel like we're getting anywhere.
Is that supposed to just be like a one season type thing, and then they're done? They just wanted to do that.
They
got a whole
renewed for
manga
season
series.
2. Yeah, they just got renewed for season 2. So it's
it's
gonna be
ongoing.
So that's why I'm saying I want to finish it. I want to see if it picks up. And will I get to the end of season 1 and be like, you know what? I'm with this shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll have interest to continue diving into the My Hero universe after the final season is over.
Okay.
Well, if it gets good, you just let us know.
I think I plan to watch it this weekend, honestly, to get caught up. Cause I'm about to transition to the ongoing anime. But before I do that, does anybody have any final thoughts on the spring 2025 season?
That season was lock and loaded. I would say after the season of solo leveling, I was like, oh, that season did its job.
So solo leveling. Did we get a chance to talk about solo leveling season 2?
I feel like we did. We not?
Did we?
Did we not?
I don't feel like we talked about solo leveling season 2.
Was that during our pause? When did solo leveling? Hold on, we can do a quick Google search.
I feel like solo leveling ended during our hiatus. I know we recommended it for the winter 2025 season, but I feel like it ended during our hiatus.
Oh, it aired from January 5th to March 30th, so right before we left, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's knock on that shit right quick.
I just finished rewatching all of Solo Leveling yesterday.
We finna open this door back.
Nice.
We finna take y'all to the winter 2025 season. Solo Leveling season 2 went nuts.
They did. Oh my god. They went crazy. The similarities that everybody kept talking about with that and Hunter x Hunter, which it really was, honestly.
It was the Chimera Ant arc.
It was the Chimera Ant arc.
It was the Chimera Ant
bar
arc.
For bar.
Bar for
Drake. The one who stole my verse on this, like, yeah.
But
it was, but they did good with it though.
That boy Jinwoo. That boy Jinwoo.
Nasty word.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, as someone who rewatched it, yes, the plot wasn't just awe-inspiring and amazing, but I could see the foreshadowing better now that part 1 and part 2 I was able to watch episode by episode. Because like a lot of the characters that had their relationship with Jinwoo, it was hinting at them and giving them like a little bit of shine way in season 1. It's just they probably didn't become relevant until, say, when he was going against them Frost Elves in the beginning of season 2. Mm-hmm. And then that one crew when he fought against that magic orc dude. Like, they were showing them in season 1. I was like, oh, so y'all had a little bit of foreshadowing of characters to come, and I wasn't mad at that.
I think season 2, because you talked about how a lot of the characters in season 2 were in season 1. But I think they're just showing them now that how Jinwoo has, like, Jinwoo has been wooed.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing everybody reacting a little bit differently to him.
Yeah. I wonder what's it gonna take to take him down.
Nothing.
Because let's talk about this though. Because you remember when he was doing the tower thing before he had to fight that fat ass dragon, when he was interacting with the elves, how some of, like, even with the Frost Elves, it started with the Frost Elves. You remember that guy glitched? Like, he was trying to tell him something and it started glitching. So then it shows you that there's something that's in the system, or is something with the system that Jinwoo was not supposed to know. So it
glitched again too in that tower before he fought the demon monarch.
That's
old girl who gave him guidance, but it let her get some answers off a little bit.
Yeah, right. There's definitely an orchestrator that's controlling all of that, that's over all of that.
But going back to the point, like, who's going to be able to stop him? I think there's a sort of give and take with the system that's going on that we don't understand, or this is one of your give me your soul, like, I'm gonna let you do all of these things, I'm gonna give you the tools to give all of these things, and when I come to collect, oh, it's your ass.
I wonder if we're gonna run into more people that have also unlocked the system the same way he has.
But then we have to get into his daddy.
Yeah,
we got it because his daddy has been stuck in, what did they call them, the little portal things?
He said he was in a red gate basically, and he came back in another country.
Right, like he said he'd been in that jump for like 10 years.
And here's the funny thing, because they did some good foreshadowing. They had those two elite looking dudes who was able to open portals right after
Talking
he
about
finished
the guys at the end.
Yeah, one looked like a Frost Elf himself. Another dude looked like a version of Beck, the dude who already can turn into a white werewolf or whatever. They looked resembling of them. They opened their two individual portals and they was like, "Oh, can you smell his power? Why is he here interacting with humans?" And then it said, "Oh, someone else is here, but we don't want to deal with them." And then they cut over to Jinwoo's dad in the corner. So I'm like, are these like ultra powerful beast, like gate beast, magical beast, or whatever? And then I'm also like, outside of that, they hinted at that American hunter with the blonde hair, because it was like, I wish he was fighting at Jeju Island. And then they showed the Chinese dude with the two swords, and he was like, man, I would have had some fun if I went there. So I'm like, there's other hunters who at least are like level 100, like Jinwoo, or level 90 and higher, because he had level 100 at the end of season 2.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things because they're doing season 3. It's not like 2 seasons of movie type shit with solo leveling. Like they're doing a full season for season 3.
More than likely, the rumors is that it might be a few years before we get it. Like, they'll say it's going to be a minute before season 3 comes.
I heard that too, but I want them to get more into like what the fuck's going on with the system and like these people who's hopping in and out of these portals. What the hell was Jinwoo's dad doing in that gate for 10 years? What did he learn? And is it related to the system? And when he sees Jinwoo, and if he's able to make the connection that, boy, you got the system in you, how does that adjust the dynamic? Where do we go from here?
Yeah. And I want them to keep people relevant, because, like, the thing with, like, power fantasies is, like, the second you make all the S-class folks irrelevant, and now you got Jinwoo over here doing everything on his own, it's like, how are y'all going to expand on other characters unless you either have a great story coming up or other strong characters that can keep up with them? I want to see how they're finna handle that for the next few seasons.
Well, it sounds like, based on how he handled that, and at least that the young lady who he brought back alive said she want to get stronger. And we'll see who else just feels all inspired by Jinwoo to get their shit together.
Yeah. I think a lot of people probably, I don't know if it's for real, but a lot of people probably just have that expectation that they can't get any stronger. So they probably don't even ever try to get stronger. So I wonder if there's a barrier that can be broken there.
I feel like
they do try. Like, Beck and all them, they do train their abilities. It's just, it don't happen.
Yeah.
And that's fair. And I wonder if just after seeing Jinwoo handle the ant, because he handled that
He definitely
ant.
handled.
He had that guy retreating. What he had the damn ant pulling a motherfucking Mark from Invincible Way. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
So I wonder if it just if it would motivate them to get even stronger, if like to push past whatever limits they were hitting at first, because it seems like even after this whole thing there's some more. Like this doesn't seem like the tip of the iceberg with solo leveling, based on everything that was going on behind the scenes.
I can't wait to hear how unlocking the system works. Because all we know for Jinwoo, he went into this what do they call them? Do they call them dungeons in there, or just I don't remember
It
what
was
they
a
call
dungeon.
them. Yeah, they went into these dungeons and it had this extra space into it, and he, of course, he got toe up from the flow up, and that's where he got to unlock his system. So I wonder, is it like it has to be a similar situation for everybody else? Do you have to go
I
through
mean,
extreme trauma in a
or he's
situation like
like
that?
he might indirectly be affecting the world too, because if you notice, he's like, why does this always happen to me? Because when the season ended, he got in a regular gate, just popped up, boom, it turned red.
And then it
Oh,
turned,
yeah, you're
into
right.
something else.
So, and then throughout the series, and I was able to pick up on this when I rewatched it, it was like, oh, obviously the system is trying to protect me. So is there like some god or ultimate being in the background that's like, hey, you're chosen. It's because of you why you're finna have all these abilities, because I'm keeping you for something grander and bigger at the end.
Well, wasn't that kind of hinted at when they were in the dungeon? Like when that whatever that god or that entity or whatever that big being, with the creepy ass smile, like when the shit had really went down, doesn't that kind of already hint that there might be some higher entities that control these areas of the system?
It would be
So,
interesting because, like, you remember, it was like, oh, that they were saying praise this guy, and that was like the theme, and then we never saw like religion brought up. But like right after when you was on that freaking altar and you're getting your body sliced up, it's like, do you want to become a player? Answer in 0.3 seconds, and it was like, oh, okay, sure.
I'll be interested to see. But let's go ahead and move on to the ongoing anime, guys. So we got To Be Hero X, Kaiju number 8, season 2, DanDaDan season 2, Lord of Mysteries, Gachiakuta. Is that how?
Gachiakuta, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gachiakuta, yeah.
Gachiakuta. I've been practicing. Sakamoto Days, Sakamoto Days Part 2, and then Tougen Anki.
Tougen Anki, yeah.
Okay. So how have you been feeling about those?
for the ones that I have watched, which is like Kaiju number 8, DanDaDan, Gachiakuta, a bit of Sakamoto. I've been enjoying those. Kaiju number 8 and DanDaDan especially. Those have been really good to me.
Kaiju number 8 has been going nuts. I did not expect Kaiju number 8 to hop into season 2 the way that they did.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
I will say.
Go ahead.
So far, because so that when viewers come back and watch this, old girl's dad got taken over, and now we fighting him. That's where we're at. Just for anybody who comes back and watch it. At first, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is finna be predictable." But the episode before, because it was like, "Oh, we're that bleached side where your inner demon and you're scared to hurt your friends comes in and takes over." I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
But then we quickly got past that. The cringe was gone. And I'm like, oh, this was just proving themselves. This fight is over. Cool. That was a really good turn of events.
It was a crazy plot. And I meant to say this like 40 minutes ago, but we already deep in the shit. Like, this whole episode is spoilers. I'm sorry. I meant to say this like 40 minutes ago. I swear I did. But that was a perfect plot twist on top of a plot twist, because it was like Kaiju number 9 had shown up. But then another Kaiju number 9 had shown up. So then it's like, okay, we got to handle 2 Kaiju number 9s. And we already seen how he got down in the first season. The man is nuts.
Yep.
So then they finally defeat both Kaiju number 9s. And then it's like Ryan said, it's like, okay, we've overcame our fear of hurting our friends. We have channeled our resolve. We have seen the flashbacks of my. We have seen the flashbacks of my mother. I am stronger now. Just to find out,
yeah,
both of them was decoys. Neither of them was the real Kaiju number 9. And the Kaiju number 9 that popped up was completely different. The man looked swole like a swole paper plate, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I really love Kaiju number 9 as a villain. The way I love his dialogue, it'd be so funny to me.
Yeah.
I can't win this. Might have to retreat. You can hear all of that. He'd be playing it out in his head, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, he gonna be a problem with y'all. He is a problem.
He is a problem." Because even and the other thing that I loved about it, because I guess like you see another anime trope playing out where, you know, the guy makes the ultimate sacrifice. I'm going to take down this kaiju and we both going down. If I go down, I'm taking you with you. Plot twist. Even at your strongest, even as you pulled out all the stops.
All them stops. Put all your energy into your right arm.
And then he pulled out the second punch
with you, sir.
he even called Kaiju number 9 off guard, and he's still. He was because he pulled out that second punch, and he was like, "Yeah, it did nothing."
And still lost, and still got turned into a kaiju. I was
said,
like,
"Oh, I prepared for this."
I was like, "This is nuts."
And what's crazy, in talking about tropes, this is where subverting our expectations is done well. I just knew Kafka and all them running at full speed was finna make it there. I'm like, it was great. It was dope in Black Clover when they saved their friend's life. I'm like, scenes like this are always lit. Like, yeah, what's finna go in? Oh no, y'all, Buddy just sitting there like, I been killed your dad, girl. It's
Yeah,
over.
First of all, I knew they wasn't making it when it was really getting down to the wire, and even though Kafka and the other dude had finally just met up and ended up on the same show, I said it's raps.
Yeah.
Y'all not there yet?
Yeah. And I was kind of
She said you
surprised
looking
by
like a
that.
pink line going through the highway and you still ain't made it.
Because I was like,
y'all
we just saw
just
Kaiju
met
number
up?
8. We just saw Kaiju number 8 doing this high speed stuff during this whole fight, and we zoomed to him and he running in the street. I'm like, can't you go faster than that?
No, the other guy doing hops and threes and stuff. I said it's a rap.
Y'all
Wrap
not
it
trying
up.
to get there for real. Y'all not trying to go say
Y'all
that
ain't trying
man
to
for
make it.
real. Y'all, they said
Look,
that they daddy. They not trying to get there.
look, bro, and I'm also gonna say I like the backstory going into what's the old girl name with the blonde ponytails?
That's my girl,
Her and her
Kikoro.
mom, and her mom being a badass and all that. Her dad fighting alongside him. Oh, he's a hard ass because even though he wanted to be a loving dad, but he just couldn't be. I was like, okay, background. We getting some good background here. This made me appreciate the characters more. He's not just hard bodied for no reason.
Man, Kikoro is my favorite character. She don't be playing no games with him.
Yeah.
At all. Hun, that X, nasty word. But I was like, this. I was not expecting Kaiju No 8 to kick up like that at the beginning of the season. Like,
Yeah.
And y'all heard that the manga ended, so it's like we might get like 2 full 24 episode seasons left, and then it's going to be done with, kind of like a Fire Force situation.
Well, I'm in it. I'm strapped in.
And
Okay?
I ain't mad at that. As long as you complete the story well, we're good.
Exactly.
But to hop to DanDaDan, I was talking to Antoine about this, and I think I like season 2 of DanDaDan more than I did season 1. And maybe that's not an unusual opinion, given that after you get past the first scene of being introduced to everything, that when you get to the next season, like, we don't have to do all this other background. We can just completely immerse you into what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that could be it. But I will say, even though I felt a little bit iffy about DanDaDan season 1, I have been enjoying season 2 in full.
Yeah. I like the villains more, like the evil eye guy. I like him as a villain.
It's hard for me to say what I like about DanDaDan because I don't overly love it. But in comparison to other animes that I dropped, i.e. Sakamoto Days, and when we talked earlier, like Shangri-LaFrontier, I still feel attached to it. And
yeah.
And as a newer anime, it does one thing really great that I do appreciate, and it's handling the love interest between Momo and
Okaru. Yep.
Because I'm like, we don't see that in Battle Shonens. And I know they're geared towards younger boys, but I'm like, oh, y'all are actually doing this. It's not like all up in your face, but it's being done well, and you're getting that slow burn of a romance, and it seems like y'all are actually making steps forward. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like, that adds so much to the character development for me.
I just like the fact that it's still silly. I still love the colors. I like that we can get serious in some moments and then just go back to doing stupid shit. I guess I just really like that the tone is consistent. Like, we haven't switched. And I guess I just like season 2 more because now that I know everybody and what everybody can do, now I'm in it. Now we're meshed. We're already meshed. So now we can just keep the story pushing forward without having to, like, go back and grab new people and bring them into the story.
And it seems like we're really starting to get, like, the crew together. Like, every anime got, like, that little battle team that's going to stick around. And I like that this character on we got Gigi, we got the pink-haired girl.
Yeah, Ira.
I don't know how much it's going to grow, but I'm like, the character dynamics are still pretty cool. I appreciate that. Like, I'm actually they're actually allowing me to feel myself get attached to them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Lost Antoine.
His phone died, probably.
To get to Be Hero X, I did watch a couple episodes of that. I think they say I guess the thing that gets me about To Be Hero X is that the animation switches a lot. Like,
Gotcha.
like it does this 3D thing, and then some scenes are in like 2D, and then we switch back to 3D, and then we're back in 2D, and it kind of, like I said this before, the immersion part of it is just the back and forth.
Yeah.
Wasn't really getting me, but I heard it's really good, and I want to keep continuing it. But I heard that the animation stops flipping like that eventually.
So funny enough, I know nothing about To Be Hero X. Like, what is the premise of that anime?
It's basically okay. So based on like the small amount of episodes I've seen, is that there's this guy who works. He was working for a company that basically like promotes superheroes. Like they plan out like the promos and the sponsorships and things like that. And an actual hero that I guess he looks up to, like, unalived himself. And apparently there's something going on with the company or whatever who I'm really bad at explaining this, but whatever, the company that's over the heroes, like, look at it as like Vault. Like, there's some weird shit happening at Vault, and instead of coming out and saying, "Hey, this hero unalived himself," they take this guy and basically turn him into the hero that unalived himself.
Interesting.
And now he has to pretend to be that hero, but he starts gaining abilities, because I think the abilities work on like how much people believe in you, or like how much you're selling it. Okay. So like, if the way it's, that was a bad way to explain To Be Hero X, but that's what I understood in 3 episodes.
She said, "I kind of like it, so just check it out if you feel like it."
But the premise was cool. Like, what's going on in this hero organization that y'all don't want people to find out that this man unalived himself. The fact that y'all didn't kidnap this random person and basically morphed him into that same hero. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to get into this while Antoine gets tech together, because I think I'm the only one who watched it. And for the purist, the anime purist, Lord of Mysteries, a Danwa, a Chinese animated series. I love it. I love it. A lot of people are confused with the story. I'm not mad at it. I had to get on a wiki. I'm watching anime news on YouTube to give all the background into what they didn't bring in from the light novel. I love it. The world, the universe, it feels lived in. The animation, honestly, Lord of Mysteries won this season for me. When it comes to the art style, the way the art is depicted, the CGIs are really done well, the 2D animation is beautiful. Everything about Lord of Mysteries just feels beautiful to me. The power system with the Beyonders and how they drink these potions. As a fantasy nerd, I'm like, I've never seen a system like that. And the way that they connect them all to like a different religion, and how each of those religions kind of expanded, or rather were created over time through different epochs. I love Lord of Mysteries. I can see how it's daunting. I see how it's going to confuse a lot of people. I don't even expect it to be the top anime this season, because it is a lot going on. But I love it. It hit everything for me.
I will say, because I did watch the first episode of Lord of Mysteries. Like, I'm gonna at least watch the first episode. I will agree that the animation did look great. I did like the anime. It just couldn't keep my attention. For real.
And I can see that. I can see that.
Watched all of that, Ryan? Like all?
Yeah, I'm fully caught up. And this is the first thing I turn on when the weekend starts.
He said, "Oh boy, Lord of Mysteries."
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I like anything that makes me so interested that I am going to go deep dive into the wikis and try to understand the background, because I love world building. Is probably one of my favorite things ever. Like being able to see a universe and imagine myself in it. And it's been fun. I feel like if anybody's watching it, like I even plan about the light novels at some point. If you're going to watch it and you're already confused just by the intro when it says, "Oh, there's 22 pathways and 9 sequences each," just pull up the wiki, read that shit a couple of times like I did, stick it through. Over time, it explains the power system, gets more into the characters once it like really gets its footing. like probably around episode 3 stuff really starts to make sense. But I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you have that one, big dog.
Hey, I've this is the second Donwa I've watched because I watched another Chinese anime called My King's Avatar or King's Avatar, and I think somehow it's connected to this, like the same studio animated or something. I have to do my research.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Lord of Mysteries this season. That's my season highlight this year.
What about the other one you were watching, Tougen Anki?
Tougen Anki, okay. It hits all your typical tropes. You got the ignorant, badass MC, little stupid, has good goals, good morals, a little shy, all that good stuff. Cool dude comes in at the height of the beginning of the story where it's like, okay, now you're kicked into this new universe, these new abilities, what the hell is going on? It hits all your individual tropes, but the premise is a little interesting. It's like in this world, you got I forgot what they call the like blessed items, essentially, where if there's something you cherish, you put life into it and you become what is called a giver. So if I love my chain a lot that I wear, at some point I will become so attached to it that my spiritual energy would go into that chain. Now it can become a weapon.
Wait, what are we talking? Are we talking about Tougen Anki or Gachiakuta? Because that's the same premise.
Oh shoot, why am I talking about Gachiakuta?
I was listening, and then you start talking about givers and stuff, and I was like, I swear that this is the plot line to Gachiakuta, and I didn't ask you about that.
You asked me about Tougen Anki? You see what I like more? You see what I like more?
Okay, well let's get in, since we already here. Let's get into it.
I like Gachiakuta.
Since we're already in it, let's get into it. Because I'm listening and I'm like, and then he started talking about givers and the chains, and I was like, this sounds very familiar.
I don't know. I guess my mind was like, bro, I ain't trying to talk about that right now.
You started, but the crazy thing about it, you was like, okay, Tougen Anki. Start talking about Gachiakuta. What?
Listen, bro, I don't know what happened right there.
But let's get into it though, because you were talking about the MC and what is his name? Rudo. He said he seemed like you said, he seems like your typical MC. Like he has his goal, he has his trauma. But I will say the giver thing. I guess I the city itself is interesting. With like you having what did they call them, the dead zones
it's like trash zones or something, like, because you got the cleaners who are basically focused on keeping folks out of those areas because they're unlivable. Trash zone, whatever they are. I
forgot what they called them, but it was interesting to see how because they dump all of their trash in this pit. And then based on what Engine was saying is that the entrance is never the same. Like it shifts. So they're dumping. So on the outside, like up, they're just dumping in this pit. But for some reason, everything below it shifts. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Them living, like the fact that they have this whole civilization under here that is just not a big trash heap. Because I was just interested to see the fact that they had like regular food, they had cars, and buildings and things like this.
Yeah.
Like how long has this been going on? Has this been like a civilization this whole time, and just the people on the upper was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're just gonna dump all our trash down here.
Yeah, like it makes you wonder, like, okay, because where Rudo came from, that was already the area where the good, clean nobility folks was like, hey, push all the criminals and the descendants of them criminals over here. They ain't gonna get all the clean water and everything. But now we go to a civilization that's like doing even worse. Is there like some historical stuff behind this?
Or are they doing worse? Like, I get it. Like, they're in the trash area, and there's certain areas you can't breathe without a gas mask and all this other stuff. But like Rudo's clothes, he's wearing like scraps. Like their houses are made out of damn sheet metal.
Yeah.
And then you get down in the civilization with Engine, they got Jeeps. They didn't have cars up there with Rudo and them.
They had real buildings.
They got real buildings.
Mm-hmm.
They got it looks very like, for those who watch Star Wars, it kind of feels like one of those like Star Wars cities where all of like the bounty hunters and shit hang out at. And I would
Exactly.
so
Like the
it
underworld area of a major city.
exactly like
Yeah.
the Undercity, if we want to compare it to
Yeah.
Arcane.
Yeah.
So it was so that's where my interest had kind of peaked up, like what's really going on down here. Like
Yeah.
and then let's get into the fact that Engine told him and was like, "Don't tell these people where you came from. Don't tell them, what your end goal is." So it kind of makes me think: were these people already down here? And is there some kind of political thing that where the people up top just felt like, yeah, let's just dump all our trash down here? And because they're doing that, and because it's so much of it, that's why we have all these super polluted ass zones and these trash monsters and shit.
Yeah, cause it's like y'all all hate the spirites, cool, but it's also like every time someone gets dumped here, y'all do realize that's someone who's a criminal and was basically like excommunicado because they ain't mess with them. Why are y'all mad at them as well? It almost as if like was 200 years ago. These are like two major kingdoms, and y'all lost a war or something. Like
That's what
what
I'm
went wrong
saying.
here?
Like, it makes me feel like that they don't know how these people are getting down here. The other thing is how many people who have been dumped in the pit have survived. Because
Yeah,
let's just say that everybody drops down into a super polluted zone like Rudo did, and they didn't have an engine or a cleaner to come save them. They're gone. They're done.
yeah,
So then, um, the people who do survive, is there still a bit of an elitist or a classist thing? Because I came from the upper. I'm not living like lavish, but I don't live in this fuck ass trash pit either.
exactly.
So that's where the disconnect comes from, because they're like, whoa, how you gonna act like that towards us? And they just dumped you in the pit, my guy.
Exactly. And it makes me wonder, like, the guy who had the mask on that set it all off could have been a girl too, who killed Rudo's dad. It makes me wonder, is he like some type of spy, like from the underworld, let's just call it that, the undercity or whatever, who came up and it's like, I'm looking for givers and sending them down? Was Rudo's dad, well,
But how
stepfather,
it
basically a former cleaner? And he made it out. Like, what's like going on behind closed doors for this person to like set the whole story off?
I feel like it's connected to his dad. Me
I dang near
personally.
thought.
Not what's his name? Not Rugto, not his adopted father, his real father. Because you remember they were teasing him at first and was like, your daddy's a murderer. You're going to grow up to be a murderer. You're just like
That's
your
what I thought the
daddy.
dude with the mask was, and I was like, maybe he's connected to the cleaners in the
I
Undercity of the
I
way
think
too.
I think he might be connected to the daddy.
Yeah,
And it could be possible that he suspected that Rudo is a giver, and to kick this off, to get you down there so you can understand the the
the
potential of your
world.
powers. It
Hmm.
might not even be the world. Like, I know you're a giver. I know there's something strange with you, and the only way that I can prove this hypothesis, the only way that I can really kick you up there, is to set something up and get you sent to that hole. Because
And
who
his
else? Because as far as we know, there's nobody in the upper that would be able to teach him how to use those abilities.
yeah. Aside from them hinting, like his stepdad was like, yeah, when you got to cherish these objects, and every object has life.
But
It's like,
how?
did that just happen to happen, or was his dad somewhat familiar with the cleaners and stuff too?
And that's
Stepdad.
step right. So I feel like there could be two things coming out of that.
Hmm.
One is it could just be coincidentally that Rugto said that, because they live in a place where they have to deal with everybody's leftover shit, that you got to cherish what you have. Like, we get dumped a lot of trash, so when you get something nice, treat it with respect, because
Yeah.
these people up top don't give a fuck what they put in that trash can. Or is it possible that Rugto did know Rudo's dad, and Rudo's dad is a giver, and he's just telling him, like, hey, take care of these things because they'll probably help you out in the long run, because 9 times out of 10, you probably got the same shit as your daddy, and I don't know how to explain that to you, or I don't want to explain that to you, because if you figure it out, you might end up like your pops.
Yeah. And I do want to give some little background to Gachiakuta for why it's probably so amazing. Turns out, like in Japan, like from the manga side of things, the writer Kai Urana, and her nickname is like Kanaru. She was a super fan of Soul Leader, and she eventually became like an assistant to the writer of Soul Leader when he was working on Fire Force. So Shawty got a whole lot of experience with writing top tier manga, and then I think she just was like really into recycling or something. And like that's where she got the premise for Gachiakuta. But I don't see too much Soul Leader Fire Force influence, but I love the epicness. Like when they start playing that heavy metal in different parts of the scene, I was like, oh, y'all going dark. Like I rock with this. Like this is edgy.
Yeah, I like it. It's caught my attention. I'm curious to see because we've gotten to the point where the trash monsters now have, what did they call them?
Like those divine, what do they call the items?
The instruments, the vital instruments.
Vital instruments. That's what it is.
Now
yes.
we found out that they're putting vital instruments in the trash monsters, which they've never seen before. So now shit's getting a bit twisted. So I'm interested to see how they go from here. I'm interested to know what that receptionist lady, because I forgot her name too. Sorry. Black beautiful queen. Forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Oh, she was bad. She was bad.
But what she saw, because she saw something in Rudo, but she wasn't. We know she was lying. Yeah. She didn't tell them the truth about what she saw. So I'd be curious to see what she saw as well, and what
her vital instruments was those glasses, right?
And what's the extent of Rudo's power? Because they're already enamored that he can just touch anything he wants and turn it into a vital instrument. But I feel like there's a deeper meaning with that. Like he's no ordinary giver. Like there's something with you.
And now we're seeing a villain group in this most recent episode. For those who are coming back watching us, I was like, oh, so now we done seen your Akatsuki Phantom Troop now. Hey, let's get into it.
So when does that drop?
What?
When does that drop? Does that new episodes drop on Monday? When do new episodes drop for that?
I think Gachiakuta's Sunday or Saturday.
Cause I'm all the way off. Like, is DanDaDan still coming on Mondays? Like, what's the schedule?
And I should have added Shield Hero to this list as well. So like Shield Hero's like Tuesday, DanDaDan and something else is like Thursday or Friday, and then I know on Saturdays I think it's Lord of Mysteries and something else. And I'm watching Gachiakuta at the same time I'm watching One Piece. So it's either Saturday or Sunday, because One Piece is like late Saturday, Sunday morning.
I think Kaiju is Saturday. Kaiju number 8 is Saturday.
Saturday, not Friday? It might be.
I don't know. I be catching up. I be lost.
Bro, all I'm gonna tell you is I get on Crunchyroll. I know when Shield Hero drop, and Thursday through Sunday is a blur. I just check it at 11 o'clock a.m. each day, and I'm like, oh, time to watch something. That's literally it.
I feel you, but for real this time, would you like to tell the people watching us what Tougen Anki is about?
Okay, Tougen Anki. It's like the reverse. I saw someone do this on Twitter, and I think their opinion was right. It's like the reverse of Demon Slayer. So instead of humans fighting for their life against demons and now they're trying to beat them, it's kind of the reverse. So now you got these, dang it, I forgot what they actually call the demons in this show who can use their blood abilities. I'm gonna have to find it while I'm talking. But basically, you got these people who come from demon ancestry, and they're in hiding. You find out that the MC is Slick a Demon, and his dad worked for the agency, the Momotaros, I think that's the pronunciation, who are basically the demon hunters. And the demon hunters come after the MC and his dad, and they end up killing his dad. The MC is called Shiki. So after Shiki's dad is killed, a random demon comes and finds him. Now he's basically in demon school, and now it's like, I want to kill all of these Momotaros. So it's basically a switch up. But there's like an ongoing war. The Momotaros, their ability comes from the fact that they're all descendants of the original, and now they can use like black bacteria from their body to create the abilities. While the demons, they have like blood demon arcs in a way, and basically their blood can like become weapons or items that they cherish. So like the MC, he loves guns. His can turn into guns. MC, a little similar, and I think this is why I got confused, because the MC is kind of your cliche dumbass with battle IQ who cares about people. He is that. He does cover that trope that you see in a lot of anime, but the show is solid. It does use quite a few CGIs. It's not horrible, but it was like, I don't like that. I wish y'all drew it. You can tell its budget, say, ain't as high as the other animes we talked about, but it's a solid watch on the side anime. I don't feel like it's a chore. It's decently fun. It fills in that gap.
Okay.
Like if it's starting to pick up, because now there's like a little, it was doing a little school stuff, get accommodated, get assimilate with your powers, and now it's like, oh, now we're seeing the Momentals really start to invade a little bit, so we're probably going to get into some more badass fights upcoming. So it moves pretty quick, but I'm enjoying it. It's solid, very solid.
Okay.
And I forgot to add Shield Hero. I forgot to add Shield Hero to the list. I'm so sorry, Phoop. I should have done it. This season of Shield Hero is beautiful. I love it. Y'all, that Turtle season sucked. Then we got into the season when it was in these other universes, and it was cool. This current season where they're in the Animal Kingdom and the Shield Heroes being worshipped and really starting to get some background into the supporters. I'm loving it. The animation is solid. I don't know why. I feel very connected to Shield Hero. I love the high fantasy elements, and it's pretty solid.
Okay. I thought Antoine was, if he would have hopped in, I thought Antoine was also watching Shield Hero too.
I know, I think him and Ace watch Shield Hero, but I haven't heard Antoine talk about it lately.
Okay, so maybe he might be behind, but we won't know because he's yet to return. I do want to move in because we don't have. Speak of the devil. Hobson has returned.
Oh, hello there.
Did you charge your phone, Hobson?
Yeah, what you got going on?
My Wi-Fi went completely down. I had to go to the panel. First of all, my apartment wanted to be fancy, so they put the Wi-Fi box behind the router behind a panel. So I had to go unscrew the panel just to unplug it, replug it back up, and after that, it came back up.
Yeah, likely story.
Yeah, but we only got maybe a little less than 20 minutes left. I do want to get into the upcoming anime projects or any recommendations that you guys have going into the fall 2025 season or like end of summer. I don't know when fall starts, but I know we're about to get into the later half of the year. So things I had on my list, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1, definitely.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, the final season. And then I'll just be continuing with the rest of the ongoing anime coming out of summer 2025. But what did you guys have on your list?
Definitely Demon Slayer. Waiting for them tickets to drop. I'm going to stick with My Hero. I have become a registered My Hero hater, but I've invested this much time into it. I'm not dropping it. I'm looking forward to the Chainsaw Man Rize Arc movie.
Forgot about the Chainsaw Man movie. That comes out in October, right?
No, that's mid-September. Rize Arc movie.
I thought they got moved to October.
Did it get pushed back? Because I got September 19th. If it got pushed back, it did. Because I'm like, they dedicate a whole arc to that movie. I know the graphics finna be peak. And I love the dark atmosphere.
They pushed that back. That's October 29th, 2025. But I'm with you when the original date, I think the original date was supposed to be in September. And you know what might be crazy? They probably pushed this shit back because of Demon Slayer. Because I like both. However,
if I'm watching one first. If I gotta pick one. If I'm watching one in IMAX.
It's gonna be Demon Slayer.
Smart business move there.
That I watched.
Not mad.
I watched the first 20 minutes of the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie.
Arrest her.
You won't describe how?
I won't.
All right, One Piece. Arrest her, y'all.
I won't. I will not be revealing my source. But that we gonna eat good. And it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's just insane. That's insane to me as an anime movie to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for it. I swear I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, they finna
I
go crazy in that castle.
but
Indeed.
including outside of those three, I'm also the Return of One Punch Man, season 3. Great satire, great comedy is coming back, and I feel like it's going to be good because Demon Slayer's going to have me crying. Chainsaw Man's always dark, and I'm like, you know what? Having One Punch Man to come in and actually make me laugh, I'm looking forward to that. But that's all the anime I'm looking forward towards.
How about you, Antoine? You pretty much in the same deal.
Yeah, I say ditto for those and continuing anime. Since I missed it, I will say I did start that Tougen Anki anime, and I don't know much about that. I kind of just randomly clicked on it, and I guess I'm curious to see where it goes. It doesn't seem like it has a good premise, I guess. So
Yeah,
it could be good.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a registered My Hero hater, but I will agree with Ryan with it that I have invested a lot of time in the growth of My Hero to see how they gonna end this, to see
Got to.
how we gonna top this off.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Like when I talk about My Hero, it's like I feel like there was a time where I really liked it. There are characters I really love. Hey,
Hmm.
me and Phoop, this girl, Lady
Hey,
Nugget. But something about My Hero as an overall project, I just can't put it that high in my head and say I just absolutely love it for some reason.
I will say that My Hero had been doing to me was doing a great job until we had hit that season where that class A and that class B shit. I think that really turned me off from My Hero. But then
Probably.
when we got to season 6 and season 7, when we really started getting into that what is it, war arc with One for All, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I think
So
like we said in the past, their high moments are really good, but their low
they
moments be
Hero
low.
Killers,
I'll
Hero
be
Killers,
like,
Hero Killer Stain was high. That tournament where Todoroki starts using his abilities, high. Then it's
peak
like we got the
moments.
bird big dude and oh girl, I barely remember what happened in that season.
With the
I barely remember.
little red things that take away people's quirk. They were using her to create the serum that can remove people's quirks because
You're right.
she can enhance people's quirks. So they were using it to do the opposite. But
You're right.
yeah, like we always say before, when My Hero Academia is on a high, it's on a high.
It's on the high.
Mhm.
And when they get to a low, they go so low, they go to hell. Cause I be like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what be going on?
Yeah.
Like, and we talked about this last time. Like when they were in that dome, Bakugo, Best Genius, Mirko, and it was somebody else in that dome fighting Shigaraki. And we're getting down to the wire, like Deku's on the way. We're getting down to the wire. And why the fuck would this man put his ass cheeks up in
Toot
front
his
of
booty up.
to his
Toot
ass
his booty up.
in front of Shigaraki? That be the shit. That be the shit I be talking about with My Hero.
That was so
Because
random.
because the previous episode, Bakugo just died. Like
It,
Bakugo is done, and Best Genius is doing, and the other guy who can go inside of people's bodies, like they're trying to revive this man. And the next episode, you have the
Wow.
audacity to stick your leathered ass cheeks in my
Tune your
face.
cheeks up. And it gave me so many bad, and I think I've said this in an episode before. It gave me so many bad vibes of like when Naruto did Sexy
Not
Juicy
sexy
on
jutsu.
Kaguya, and I'm like, please, please, this is if you're going to be influenced by the big three, don't be influenced by that part. Go back to Madara versus Guy. Let's do that part. Don't
That's
do
what I
this.
want. I want Madara versus Guy the whole 8th season of My Hero Academia.
Yes.
I want straight hands. I know they're gonna do Power of Friendship because there's too many kids in that show for them not to. But I want belt to ass
Yeah. Big
season
black
8.
belt. Make it clap before you
hold it up.
when your parents come to intimidate you, pow, they be popping that shit.
I want belt to ass. I want a good fight. I think we said this on the review. Like, I don't care if we end it with power of friendship. I want Deku and Shigaraki to get that shit out, to get that shit off their chest. For real.
Yeah.
The manga readers were upset about the ending. I remember that.
I know they upset.
Saw the ending.
They was upset about Attack on Titan too. They upset about Tokyo Revenge. The most recent anime endings that have pissed people off on social media that I have seen is Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and Tokyo Revengers.
Kaiju No. 8's ending was a little mixed, leaning positive, which I was happy about. Especially for it to be a shorter series.
I didn't see nothing bad about that.
I didn't see nothing bad. I think I saw people complaining about JJK's ending too.
Has it ended? I thought it's nearing its ending.
I thought JJK was done.
Because there was something that happened to Gojo and it was nearing its ending. I don't think it's ended though. Like even Black Clover is nearing this ending. Like those little brother sister animes.
It's done.
Oh, it's done?
Yeah, they said Jujutsu Kaisen manga has officially ended. It concluded with the release of chapter 271 on September 29th, 2024.
Oh. That's crazy.
Because I remember they was upset with how that ended too.
I will say, and this might be the writer. I don't know who to get mad at this, because writing an ending can be difficult, but it's like you just gotta know. I feel I've seen writers where they say if they're talking to new writers, know the beginning of your franchise and know the ending, and have that prepared and make sure it makes sense, and then build everything in between. It seems like for a lot of these franchises, they don't know the ending, or rather, when they did have an ending, Shonen Jump came in and said, "Now we're pumping more money into this, so keep making something."
So we need a better. We either want to push past your original ending, or we just don't think that this gonna cut the mustard.
Exactly. I think that's what's really ruining quite a few series, but Kaiju No. 8 is setting a new theme, just like a few other series, because it's like we're not getting 72 volume mangas like of old with Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, and all of them. Now you lucky if you get past 35, and I'm not mad at that. The story's good.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I heard Kagurabachi's hitting that one where it was like the big-eyed dude with the sword and like the black cape or whatever.
Okay, so I was looking at maybe it was fall 2025, or maybe it might have been the next season, anime season. But I feel like I've seen it. Is it like a red cover with a guy with a sword?
Yeah, and he got like red eyes, looks real edgy and stuff with like a black suit and black hair.
Isn't that getting an anime adaptation?
It definitely should, but there hasn't been an announcement.
Okay, maybe that was something else I saw then, because I could have sworn what you're describing I've seen on an upcoming anime list.
It's probably there. You know what? It's probably in production, but they haven't given us an announcement for when the season drops, because it's definitely one of them top performing mangas in Japan right now, and even out here in America. Just like how Witch Hat Atelier got that anime announcement. I think that's coming at the end of the year. It's one of the chosen franchises as well that people are falling in love with.
Okay.
But yeah, if it was just talking recommendations and stuff, I think that covers mine.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Demon Slayer movie. Forgot about the Chainsaw Man movie. Thanks, Ryan, for reminding me of that. And My Hero, the final season. Honestly, I'm not mad at that lineup. Demon Slayer, I'm fully prepared for the 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Mind,
I'm
body, and soul.
Hello. Chainsaw Man, I am excited to see more Chainsaw Man. Same. I think we've had a good enough break from season 1 where it was like, okay, pump some Chainsaw Man into my system. And My Hero, I'm just trying to see how they're gonna get this shit over with.
And I think you should check out One Punch Man. Like while you're catching up on Blue Exorcist, Bleach, and the other 10,000 anime in your backlog,
add it to my list.
Add One Punch Man to it too.
ain't shit gonna get done. As long as you keep
Nothing.
adding stuff to
You're
my list,
absolutely right.
ain't shit gonna get done.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
One
right.
Punch Man is a decent watch. It's not bad. I think the action is really good in it. It's like Ryan said, it has a lot of satire in it, but it's it's a decent show.
Fine.
It's
Fine.
it's a
I'll
fun show.
add it.
It's a fun show.
If you haven't really gotten in a comedy anime, I feel like that's a good introduction into like anime more focused on making you laugh versus like all the thrills and action.
Okay, I add it to my list. We did have an area for some recent anime news, but we are approaching our time limit. So, do you guys want to end it right here, or is there something with these recent events that you want to get your shit off right quick?
I could get one small thing off of one of them. So, the 9th annual Crunchyroll Awards was held on May 25, 2025. And the top contenders for a lot of things, it was always Solo Leveling and Freerun for like the mainstream stuff. I'm a Freerun fan. Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year, Best New Anime, and quite a few others. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is what happens when a Western audience gets into anime, blah, 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 blah. But it was interesting because after a lot of the dialogue, I started seeing videos and stuff popping up where I learned that Solo Leveling didn't perform well in Japan. And I thought that was interesting.
I also heard that the results didn't sit well with people because everybody was like hyped over season 2, but the season of Solo Leveling that won was season 1.
Yes, but you also, but in this era of understanding how social media and the Crunchyroll Awards work, that shouldn't be unexpected. Like, yeah, it was ongoing, and literally when the Crunchyroll Awards was held, I think the last episode of Solo Leveling either came out that week or right after season 2. Like, if anything, blame the industry for splitting these seasons into 12 episodes, and Crunchyroll for not placing their anime awards around the right time to where contenders can be considered. Because now when Solo Leveling season 2 comes up in the 2026 awards, it's going to win some stuff again.
And that's fair. Like, there's a disconnect between award shows and when we put something out, how we were perceiving it at the time. But I think that was what the complaint was, is that everybody was excited about Solo Leveling. It was like, wait, this wasn't even damn season 2. They was talking about season 1. And I know damn well season 1 of Solo Leveling ain't win Anime of the Year.
Look, because it was good, but season 2 is the one where it's like, oh, this episode more higher rated than One Piece. This the most watched thing on Crunchyroll. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, whoa. I was like, shit didn't really like hit the fan as far as numbers for Solo Leveling until we really got to season 2.
Yep.
So I get it, and I will say, I did start watching a little bit of Freerun, and I've been seeing I see little TikTok snippets and stuff like that, and Freerun looks really good.
It is very good.
Freerun is good.
Freerun looks really good, and the first couple episodes that I watched of Freerun were really nice, and I definitely want to finish that. I definitely want to finish. This man got a Funko Pop for everything.
Everything.
I would say Freerun had top tier story building. For a person like me that likes action, a whole lot of action, I was invested when they were just building on the characters in the story.
Same.
I had to slow myself down because that first episode made me sad, and the second episode made me sad, and the third episode made me sad, and I was like, wait, hold on.
She said what? And then the action don't kick in till like the latter part anyway. Like that little mid to end point.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, hold on, what's happening to me? But Freerun is.
She's I'm getting soft. I'm getting soft.
I need to go. I need to go watch some Kaiju number 8 to get my shit down. But Freerun looks beautiful. Even from like the first episode, I was like, this is a really good looking anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to finish before I form a full opinion on how I feel about Solo Leveling winning Anime of the Year over it. But I will say it is a little bit effed up that how everything lined up, how the Crunchyroll Awards lined up with Solo Leveling season 2, which may within the social media hype, which may have came back down and influenced the award show.
And recency bias.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to a couple of things. Like, now that anime is like worldwide at this point, let's just be honest, Western audiences love action. Action's our top genre for every form of media
Good
out here.
animation and action.
Good animation and action.
Impact frames.
The only reason the the blue people Avatar movies is so good is because of how amazing the graphics and effects are. Because it ain't the story.
Yeah, the CGI and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it makes sense that Solo Leveling wins, but I'm glad that Frieren at least became a nominee, because it is one of those animes or franchises that you'll see more so in the purest, deep, I've watched over 100 anime group discussions. Like, it hit mainstream, but Solo Leveling definitely made mainstream. Frieren's one of those things, like, a few people saw it and they was like, oh, what y'all reading back there? What y'all watching back there?
That's fair. But we've touched our 1 hour and 30-minute mark, so we're going to have to cut it off right here. So once again, thank you, Antoine and Ryan, for joining me on another episode of the Blurred Mob podcast. And shout out to everybody who stuck with us the whole episode, whether this is your first time or your 50th time listening to us. We appreciate it. For more anime talk, recommendations, and hot takes, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave us a comment about basically everything that we talked about in this episode. Let us know how you're feeling, what you're looking forward to, and what's next. Follow us on our social media accounts. We're on Instagram at the Blurred Mob Pod. We're on Twitter at the Blurred Mob, and you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at the Blurred Mob Podcast. And this is the Mob checking out. Peace.
On my anime list, I also have the return of One Piece. I'm gonna be tuning in to My Hero, Vigilantes, and I think that's gonna be it for me, honestly, as far as what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, you're not gonna watch Fire Force?